This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Hey everybody, this is Chase from Barrel Age Flicks. Go ahead and check out our Patreon for raw, uncut footage and early access to all of our episodes. The link is in the description and it's only $5 a month. Thanks for listening.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Tasting Room. Today is February 6, 2022, and me, Snow, Ragnar, and Sammy just went and saw Jackass Forever. Now, this is not like our normal shows. Normally we do movies with plots, but I'm sorry, I'm a huge Jackass fan, so I've always wanted to do an episode on Jackass. We just saw the new Jackass Forever movie just literally about an hour and a half ago. Yeah. And goddamn was that shit fucking funny.
It was great.
There is a plot. There is a plot to the movie.
It's called All About Nut Shots.
Basically.
Gigantic
balls, penis, and balls.
And of course, this movie, you know, it's spoiled. We're going to spoil it out. So if you guys want to go see it first. But we do suggest you see it, and then you can listen to this, unless you want to hear all the skits that we're going to talk about. But
in other words, spoiler alert.
If you've seen a Jackass movie before, you know what you're getting into.
And Snow, where is your famous line?
The party's here.
There we go. So we are going to talk about this, and like I said, I've been excited. I know Sammy's been excited. We grew up on Jackass. I've seen every single Jackass movie in the theater, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Basically, yeah, we have. We've seen all of them.
All of them in the theater.
We've seen all of them, and I will let you tell them what happened when the first one came out and where we were.
We were in New York.
We were.
Yeah, we went to New York. I think we went to go see the Beauty and the Beast on Broadway or something like that. And I remember us being able to go to the MTV store, and I remember getting like...
and they were decked out in Jackass the movie.
Yeah.
Swag everywhere.
I think I bought a poster.
Exactly.
Oh,
well, actually, we are currently rocking Steve-O duds.
Yeah, no, me and Sammy were very lucky enough to go see Steve-O live on his bucket list tour, which by far was amazing.
It was fantastic.
Got to meet Steve-O and got to get a lot of autographed shit from him. I got 2 skateboards signed by him, but nah.
So, all right, I remember you saying after you guys got done with that show that he was doing like previews. Right, or not previews, but he was showing video clips.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Was any of that in the movie?
No, not at all. This was all stuff that he made that was too hot for even the Jackass movie in the theater. Like, it was XXX rated. I mean, it said XXX rated. No, dude, it was XXX rated. That shit was crazy. It made a fucking woman pass out in the audience.
Dude, that was crazy to watch. It was so surreal to watch that.
It was great, but I'm not going to talk about that because I think even Steve-O said himself he doesn't want he wants everybody to enjoy the show. But the fact is, it is well worth it. If he still has more dates out there on the tour, and if you're in those areas,
go
see him. It's fucking worth it. It was great, and try and get the VIP pass because you get to meet him and everything else. But Jackass is by far always been medicine to me. If I'm in a bad mood or anything like that, I watch Jackass. It makes me fucking laugh. I assume you guys too.
I mean, yeah.
They literally do everything that like you would want to do as a grown up.
Yeah.
You know, but without getting bodily harm done.
I've always wanted to launch my best friend into a porta potty.
Or into a cannon.
I'm not going to lie. I wanted to, the Icarus, and fly like that. That looks amazing.
Until you hit the water.
Yeah, well, you know.
So you want to launch yourself or somebody else out of a cannon?
No, I would. If I didn't have certain ailments that don't allow me to go into water.
Don't restrict yourself. All right.
Death.
You need a net over the water.
Exactly.
Like an acrobat.
Exactly.
But I think it's fun.
Launch me into
I mean, do you really think
You know what? We have one in our backyard. We could make this.
Yes, it's a thing.
We were talking about something fun yesterday. We were saying, let's get a slide and hook it up to the top deck and make it launch into the backyard.
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
Do you think any of the scenes that they did, like, would you want to do any of the stunts that they have done?
Yes.
No, I'm serious.
No.
I don't have a penis, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to get punched in it.
Yeah, I will say this.
No.
This movie is dick-filled more than any of the other Jackass movies.
I can't believe they got away with an R rating. It should have been like a triple R rating.
There's a lot of peni. There's a lot of
so
peni.
much going on.
I mean, just literally the first scene. Like I said, we're spoiling it here, but it's like Godzilla with a cock. It's basically Cockzilla or something like that. Yeah.
I thought it was a squirrel with nuts at first. Like
And then you found out that it was a fucking nut. It was
a dick with actual nuts that was a monster with little arms, and it was insane.
The terrible thing is the moment I saw it, I go, that's Pontius.
I thought it was
his dick.
Yes, because that's something Pontius in all the movies. He's done like the mouse. He's like made into a mouse, and he always, for whatever reason, if Pontius can show his dick, he's showing his dick.
Well, he did a lot to it in this movie.
He's done a lot.
I still can't believe how he flattened it like paper with that fucking what was that thing called? Like,
I don't know, but
well, it's plexiglass.
Yeah, but clamped up together.
Yeah, with friggin' nuts and bolts.
It was literally like flat as paper. I mean, it was.
We were cracking up, Snow and I, because we're like, look, you're doing a mammogram for his penis.
It was a dickogram. That's what boobs do. And it's not fun.
But no, technically, it was, man. It was so fucking funny, and I really have to ask you guys before we do this. Would you say this was the funniest out of all four movies?
Yes, hands down.
I would say it's a tie between 3 and 4.
I would agree with Ragnar.
Wow, I'm completely different on opinion on this one. This one, I think Jackass number 2 and this one are the best ones in my opinion. I would, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and get my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to say Jackass 2, Jackass Forever, Jackass 3D, and then Jackass the movie. Jackass the movie was iconic because he was the first one in the movie, but it was basically just a show, just a little R-rated with more cursing and stuff like that, a little bit of nudity. But other than that, Jackass number 2 is when it pushed the limits and it got really hilarious. Just the fucking opening sequence with the running of the bulls was just funny itself. The only thing that sucked about Jackass,
love when Wee Man gets mowed down by the baby bull.
Oh yeah. But no, that's actually in 2.5.
Oh, see,
okay, they're the same movie.
Yeah, they're added things, and we already had this like conundrum over barbecue. But yeah, no,
you're such a nerd.
I'm sorry. I'm a huge Jackass fan. I literally have watched all these movies other than the newest one.
He's a huge
I am
jackass.
a huge Jackass. Thank you, Snow. I've literally watched these movies hundreds of times. And it's because I've been through so many hard times and I definitely need comedy in my life. So yeah, that's basically my ranking. How about you, Ragnar? What would you say your ranking of all four movies?
Penis.
There is a lot of penis in this.
There was.
There's a lot of penis in all of them.
Well, I think this one here had the fucking most.
No, it
Dude,
definitely had it.
All right.
It definitely had the
So
most
we have
penis.
our dog like jumping on all the guests here on the show.
Trying not to get my balls wet.
Later, baby.
Oh.
So back to Jackass.
So ranking them, I would say 1 because that was the first one, obviously.
Yeah.
And it really set the precedence and everything just got a fuck ton better after that.
Yeah.
Dude, even like the opening, the amount of money they had for this production.
One, we were saying that as it was freaking going. It was like the budget on this one had to be crazy stupid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the budget was higher for every single one. And most of the budget for the first movie was basically for the whole, the cart scene. In the beginning, and then the end sequence, like right after the credits, where they did the Son of Jackass, where they're all old in the makeup, little action sequence, where you see Bam on the fucking like the what is it?
No, it was Ryan Dunn, and he's like turns into a skeleton.
No, Ryan Dunn. No, it was Bam that was on the motorized scooter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Jackass number 2 was the running of the bulls, and their ending sequence. I'm trying to remember what their ending sequence was. I don't remember. I'm trying to, because I know 3D had that fucking
paint and all that.
No, that was the dancing scene.
That's right. It was the whole dancing scene at the end of number 2. Number 3 was that whole like scene where the dildos hit Johnny Knoxville in the face, and everybody's slow motion, and Ryan Dunn sitting there holding the beer mug and explodes, and the whole explosion inside that room, and then being filled up with water. And this one didn't really have. This is the only thing that I didn't like about this one is that the finale I didn't think was as good as the other ones.
Well, I think this one here was a montage of everything that went on.
Yeah,
and especially with the first one, I think it really just paid a montage to the entire fucking series.
Yeah, the thing is they did that in Jackass 3D also, because Jackass 3D it showed like all their like early pictures of when they were in like high school and stuff like that, and then all their earlier skits and then the new stuff. But this one had a lot of ode to the original series, like the cup test.
Yeah.
That was, in fact, that was my favorite out of the whole deal. Is the cup test with fucking Aaron McGee.
He got his balls beat up.
Who was that boxer name? That
he was the heavyweight of the world.
MMA fighter.
He was an MMA
Yeah.
fighter.
Oh,
I don't remember his name.
Oh my God, he
But
dented
he
that
had-
fucking metal.
They said that he had the most powerful punch
In the world.
for a heavyweight in the world.
Yeah.
They said, I think was it at Johnny Knoxville that was like looking up on the phone and said it was like almost being hit like a car, by a car.
Being hit with a Ford Escort.
At full speed.
Jesus Christ,
speed,
yeah,
yeah.
no, that shit was
Like,
crazy.
that's a lot of fucking force and power.
Right at your penis.
Right in your fucking balls.
Right at your junk.
Well, how about the chick that was throwing the fucking softball? Or,
Dude, that reminded me of the
he got
Hall-Eye. The Hall-Eye, do you remember that when they went and Steve-O and Knoxville were on the thing against the Hall-Eye
Oh,
background?
yes.
yeah, with they
And
were
they were
using
like
oranges.
whipping that shit. Oh my gosh.
And that's a little fucking ball.
I know. Well, and
Going
they
at
use freaking oranges, dude.
Hundreds of miles an hour.
I
So
know.
what were you saying?
So ridiculous.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? No.
She lost her train of
I
thought.
lost my train of thought.
That root beer whiskey didn't do too well too.
No, I just lost my train of thought. Listening.
But no, the Hall was it Hall-Eye? Is that what it was called?
Hall-Eye.
Yeah, High-Lie. Yeah. That was a funny skit because you guys watched the original series like all the way through, and they had some funny shit on there. And just like in Jackass 3D, they did the one where Steve-O sat inside the porta potty, the poo cocktail.
Oh yeah, the homage to when they did the bungee porta potty.
Yeah.
Yes, and it went everywhere.
I
So
was so grateful there was only one poop thing in this movie. There's always so much.
There
There's a
really
lot
wasn't
of
that much
shit.
shit inside this one
No.
compared
no,
to
it was a lot of dick. This one was
Yeah.
very
So
heavy on
much.
dick.
No, this movie was full of nut shots.
Nut
My
shots?
nuts were hurting inside the theater watching this fucking movie.
It was. Let's face it. It was dickapalooza. It was balls, peni, and bukkake. That's
Not
all.
just that, and also gooch. I mean, seriously, especially with the fucking
I'm so sorry. With
fart
the
scene
bees
under the water.
or the
They had
bees.
That
Gooch
was fucking
cameraman.
awesome.
That was his job. Was the Gooch cameraman?
Oh my god!
Like I hope he got paid really good. 'cause
He
it's a
did.
terrible
Yeah,
job.
I bet he didn't.
Can you imagine like explaining that to your parents and be like, "I got this stable gig."
He was old too.
what did you finish your ranking?
No.
What was your ranking? Go
I
ahead.
don't
I'm
know.
sorry.
I don't even remember.
Well, I know you said Jackass the movie was number one. What was the second, third, and fourth?
I'll go 3, 4, and 2.
So you put two last?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. How about you, Sammy?
Let me think.
You really can't think about it for a second. It's really hard to fucking rank them all. You know, I mean, put them in order of what you like or how you think they are.
I thought Jackass number 2 is when they had the most fun and they just went like they just came up with so many great ideas. Jackass 3D and also Jackass 2, Steve-O was he was still drugged up and he was barely in that movie because he had so many issues and stuff like that. But then Jackass 3D, he was sober, so then he was feeling all the pain compared to Jackass number 2. He didn't feel the pain because he was all drugged up and everything. But he was fucking hilarious. He had a lot more in Jackass 3D than all the other ones altogether. This one, he was a hit or miss. He was back and forth with it because
Well, he got fucked up
He got
during
hurt.
filming.
So
yeah. Well, I think I read that something about the first week of filming, both Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O were inside the hospital.
Well, that bull hit was terrible.
That was by far his worst bull hit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like seriously, and I think he's had a bull hit in every single one.
Well, they did the side by side at the end in the montage where Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O both are getting hit with the bull.
Yeah.
And Steve-O is just like, that hurt, and gets up and run away. And
Oh no,
there's
that
Johnny
was Knoxville. That was
In the
Knoxville
first
when
one?
he was in 20 years younger.
I thought that was
The one where he was
one where
when he
the
had the cigarette in him out. That was Jackass number 2.
Oh my gosh, I thought that was Steve-O getting hit. So that was
Knoxville.
That was him.
They were
Yeah,
doing a
I
complete
remember.
comparison of Jackass number 2.
Yeah.
and you just saw him just get up and just walk
Oh,
away.
yeah, he gets up and walks away like it's nothing. And in this one, he's on the ground looking like he's having a seizure, groaning. It was terrible.
Yeah, he had that. I think he was knocked out.
we all
That
would've gotten
snorting
up a
that
lot.
you do
Yeah.
when you get knocked out and stuff.
Oh yeah, he was like,
Yeah. It
And
was,
what did he break a rib and he broke a
he
wrist?
broke his wrist and his rib, and he had a concussion. And
yeah.
it was everything Jackass.
Well, you got to say
That
he's a
bull-
tough
that
tough
bull
guy. The
must
fact
him
that he
up.
takes that he's taking a bull shot in all 4 films.
Yeah.
I think Jackass 3D is the one where he was behind the paint on that painting where he was painted to look like it.
Yes.
But you see him flip over to the point where his shoe print was on the top of the painting.
Well, what about Wee Man in the airbag and him flipping over? That was
on the chairs, the musical chairs. Yeah,
that was epic.
And no, he
Man,
landed in the middle on all that hard metal pipe, and they were saying, "Oh, I guess we should have put padding on
They
this."
said, I thought we did put padding there. They forgot to do it.
Oh, poor Wee Man.
What did you all think of the wedgie?
Hold on. What was your ranking?
Oh, I'm sorry, Sammy. I keep interrupting.
That was my
I
fault.
apologize.
That was my fault. I told.
Spicy boner.
Oh shit!
You get a punishment shot.
Yes, you do.
Woo! Yes, you get a punishment
Spicy
shot.
boner.
Oh shit! So I'm gonna get some fireball for you.
Oh. Fuck.
I bet you do, bitch.
5 gallons, apparently.
Oh, don't do that again.
Much.
That screwed up the last shot for me.
Ugh.
Pig semen.
Don't pour it on the computer.
Yes, please don't. This is why we can't have nice things. Oh, good. We have a ton of tiny bottles to make up for that.
Oh, you're already dreading it. Come on.
I mean, it's cinnamon.
It's the rules.
That's so terrible.
Which one is worse, that or the root beer whiskey?
Yeah, I could have gave you the Malort. That would have been even worse. That's technically supposed to be our punishment shot.
Breathing fire. I don't know why people like it.
Fireball's not that bad.
I like cinnamon.
I don't like cinnamon. I
don't like cinnamon.
I don't like cinnamon tasting shit. Like I don't eat the gum. I don't.
Oh, she's like you.
Oh, so
with,
you're not a Big Red fan. You don't like Big Red. You don't like. Oh,
She's
hot
like-
tamales are my favorite.
She's like you with
Fucking love it.
watermelon.
Yeah.
Oh, the watermelon's horrible.
You're such a pussy.
I don't like watermelon. I'm sorry. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that hate fucking watermelon.
I loathe watermelon.
But Sammy, back to your ranking.
Loathe watermelon. Okay. Oh gosh. Let me think. That is it's really hard because again, all of the Jackass, very much like Ron said, like it's gotten me through so much stuff. Like I honestly could put all of it on and just lose my shit. But if I had to rank, I would have to say number one spot for me is 3D because I'll never forget. We went and we saw that actually with Harley and Stu when it came out. And we were laughing so fucking hard.
At the hand?
That, oh my gosh, the high five killed me. I love anything where it's like a jumbo version. Like even in this one where it was the two guys and like you see the fist. Like,
Machine Gun Kelly and Steve-O.
that one, and even when it was like the yellow fist that randomly came
That
out.
was
flying out.
Random out of nowhere.
The random fist suit
So
that the guy was
great.
wearing. Yeah,
So
that was
great.
funny.
It's like, I want to be an emoji, fist emoji, and just hit people. It was great. So I'm going to say number 3 or 3.5, however you 3 and 3.5 in top spot. And then honestly, I would say 2 and then 1 and then this one.
You would put this one last?
I would because like, although it was hilarious, the other ones had Steve-O prominent. They had Knoxville prominent in their heyday.
Yeah.
And although to see like him take the header and the bull hit like he did, there is just something like seeing them in their prime that this one, it was in a good homage, but a lot of Peni heavy.
Yeah.
And although hilarious, I mean, like Aaron McGehee, in my opinion, stole this movie.
Yeah.
I really do. Like he got the gnarliest stunts throughout the whole thing, and I thought that was
balls
great. His poor balls.
Well, remember the whole shit where he had to fucking wear the pubes on his face?
But I mean that was gross. That's cringy.
That was
and
a funny
gross.
skit, though.
Like it's gross,
had
but
no
I mean he had a
idea.
fucking bear come at him in this one. Like and
That was awesome.
You could tell he had some PTSD by the end of it. He's like, are we really done? Are we done? Are we done? Like he is going to be fucked up for the rest of his life. So yeah, that's my ranking.
All right, how about you, Snow?
I have to say number 1 for sure because it started everything. Like yes, the TV show led to number 1, but it just kind of I when I think of Jackass, I think the first thing I always think of is that damn X-ray in the race car.
Oh my God. The butt x-ray with Ryan Dunn. That's
And
a
just
classic.
The doctor,
Car in the butt.
The
Yeah.
doctor looking at the X-ray, going, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Well, I love
How did you get it up there? You stuck it up your ass.
You have a car in your butt.
He's like, "How did it do that?" Or somebody must have done that to me. He's like, "Then you need new friends." Like,
Make better life choices.
Amazing.
And that fucking x-ray, I'm sure, is like fucking framed. It was framed up in his house
It
forever.
better be backlit.
Rest in peace, Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, that's kind of my favorite thing that they've ever done. And in this movie, I don't know if I've seen any Jackass movies in the theater before, but seeing this one in the theater, I have not laughed out loud that hard in a movie theater before. And it's just uncomfortable and amazing.
Oh, it's great.
Although you couldn't stand the spider.
No, I don't like them. They're terrible.
I don't like snakes, but I have to watch the fucking snake scene.
Spicy boner.
Shit.
Oh!
My leg.
That's 2.
Woo! Another punishment shot.
Ragnar
Do you want my lord or do you want
pulled the
fireball?
seat out at the theater.
Don't do that to her. Just give her fireball.
You can wait on your comment.
Oh my God.
Oh.
The party is definitely here.
Here's your second punishment shot. Snow.
Enjoy.
Cheers.
Wow, 2 already.
Within like 5 minutes.
You know what this one's going to taste like? Regret.
Come on,
No
you can do it.
regrets.
You got this. Keep it down.
Oh. Do you have to puke? Do you have to puke?
No,
You all right?
just, it burns. It burns. It burns.
Woo!
It burns.
Even Bishop is worried about you.
Oh my God. 1, 4, 3, 2, whatever. Fuck.
So, what did you guys think of the new members of this movie? Like, we had Jackass, we had Poopsies, I believe. Poopies. We had Jasper, and what were the other 2? I know the chick. I don't remember the chick's name.
And Eric Moncala or something.
Yeah, and the chick didn't really have that much. She only had like 3.
Took a fucking scorpion to her lip.
She took a scorpion to her lip.
She wanted lip injection. All right.
I
She
did
took
like
that
that she's
shit like
like
a champ,
that
though.
fucking hurt. And he's like, but you look amazing.
What was it called? Like
Botox. It was
Botox. It was like scorpion
Botox.
Botox. Yeah.
But she took a fucking laser to the lips like a champ. Oh, no,
Her tongue. Yeah.
Yeah, because they all had to stay mute, and Steve-O was the only one that lost the
He
whole
forgot.
thing.
That was.
He forgot he was supposed to stay mute.
I know, but I love that he like corrected himself mid-scream. He's like, ow, ow.
Yeah, they did this thing where they used one of Steve-O's skateboards, which I own actually.
Those
and
fuckers with wheels are easily like 25 pounds.
yeah, it launched the point where he had his legs out and his ankles, and I was already thinking that, man, that's got to be painful
didn't
because
even
there's
do
no
ankles. He did
fucking
his
muscle
shin.
there. It's just
Shin.
bone.
He did his shin,
It was a
not
shin.
his
Oh,
ankles.
yeah, sorry, shin. I apologize.
Ooh.
Oh, that just looked painful. You just hear him just yell, oh!
It was so great because he realized midway through, he was like, fuck, I wasn't supposed to make noise.
What did y'all guys think of Jackass?
It's a lot of surface area.
That's a lot of guy. That's a lot of guy. Right
It was like
there.
Preston Lacey 2.0. That's what it felt like. It was just another Preston Lacey.
There's a lot of surface area.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
skin.
I've seen.
I think you could be forgettable.
You didn't really care for him all that much.
No. I mean, if honestly, if
He's just a big Jackass fan that became part of the crew. I mean,
Yeah.
'cause he already did stunts like that. I remember seeing one of his earlier stunts where he wrapped himself in firecrackers and just let it just go all over
Yeah.
his body and everything. And he's done other shit, but I think he was just a huge fan that Jackass when
He was a huge fan.
oh yeah, I think he even had like a Jackass tattoo right on his chest.
Yeah.
But I thought his stuff was decent to
like you
watch.
said, he's Preston 2.0.
Yeah, that's basically what he was. But Preston's in his 50s, and the fact that he shit himself and he says what was that scene supposed to be? It was supposed to be like a wee man. He was supposed to launch himself like
Man.
Yeah, they're going to dirty dance.
I was so
Wee Man
looking
was
forward to
gonna
that
lift
too.
him.
I was looking forward to that, and they canceled it because he shit himself. I was like, oh man, I would
Can
have
you
really.
imagine though?
Wee Man would've fucking-
trying to catch him.
It would have been hilarious.
That would have hurt so much.
I hope they release a Jackass Forever like 4.0 or something like that where it actually shows more of that, but maybe they will. I don't know. But I know there was.
Wait, hold on. Wee Man was supposed to catch Preston?
yeah.
Really?
That was the whole point. That's why it was called Dirty Dancing.
He
Well,
was
I
going to lift. Wee Man was supposed to lift
Lift
Preston.
Preston. Oh,
in
I
the
thought
big
that
silver
Preston
alien
was
suit.
going
No.
It just be
no,
the
no.
invisible Wee Man, just like in Jackass number 2 with the fat chick that lands on Wee Man.
Yes.
Oh,
Remember
God,
that?
where
Yeah.
he disappears.
Yes.
Where'd he
Again,
go?
A lot of surface area.
You see John Waters in the background.
Oh, gosh. John Waters.
But and Jasper had some funny scenes, but I thought his dad was funnier than him.
Dark
I
Shark.
loved his dad.
Dark Shark.
Dark Shark was hilarious, and the fact with the vulture, which they did a whole reference to Wild Boys, which I fucking loved.
Yes, instead of the
Yeah.
Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, so they did the whole vulture on Wee Man and just putting pieces of meat around his crotch. Of course, everything is around the crotch in this movie. I swear to God, everything.
Kenai-centric.
But what do you think is the most painful nut shot in the whole fucking movie?
Oh, the fucking pogo stick, yo. The pogo stick.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I mean, when you saw the
balls were-
aftermath, and it was like a 2-inch,
like 200 pounds of person.
Yeah,
plus
I mean,
the pogo stick.
Woo, and
on a
he like
nutsack.
pinned it to
Just
the
to
ground.
visualize that for everybody. at
Yeah.
home.
I don't even think he's having kids anymore after that shit. I mean,
I mean, he had to have made that choice before he started filming.
he took.
That choice
I'm
might
going
have
to
gotten
say
made
this.
for him over time.
A lot of people give Aaron McGaney shit. They give him a lot of
Give him
shit.
sheet.
They
give
really
him sheet?
sheet. They give him a lot of shit, but really, he takes a lot of the. He took a lot in this movie. I thought he
Yeah.
was actually
He
more of
did.
the star in the movie. The whole thing, that Silence of the Lambs scene that they did.
Oh my god, that was so great.
That was hilarious.
Where you just
Pontius
see
in
him-
the back.
Doing the fucking tongue.
Well, he's so funny because he's like, is it over? No, I'm just going to live here. I'm not.
Yeah,
That was
yes,
David England.
David
Oh,
England,
God,
yes.
I can't keep him track.
No, that's but my favorite had to be though Aaron, and he's like out of like a fort, and he's like in it. He's got something in front of him. He's like, "Fuck this!"
And then somebody
I'm
gets him
not
with the taser. Or no,
Yes.
No, he got the pincher for the snake bite.
was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was one of those.
I thought it was a taser.
A taser.
A
They
stun
did that
gun.
afterwards. 'Cause
Oh,
he
yeah,
grabbed the
yeah.
Broom, and then while he was holding onto the broom trying to defend himself, then he tased him with like a cattle prod.
Exactly. Exactly.
But that room where Jackass goes in and just lands on all those fucking mouse traps, and he just
Mouse
falls
traps
right
and
through the
attacks.
table and breaks the table in half.
Yeah.
I didn't know where to go. I thought this was the way out, and then it broke.
But it was all made out of cardboard.
I know.
Yeah.
Was it cardboard?
Yeah.
Oh,
Plywood, one of the.
is that-
It wasn't much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I
it
don't
was.
think they meant for him to go over it, but he
No,
thought it was
they
an
didn't.
escape route.
Yeah.
That's
They
a
thought
big
they
guy.
would feel the mouse traps and stop, but
Yep.
he was like, "Fuck this! I'm still going."
He's like, I'm out of here. F this noise.
Yeah, because if you look, you still had like that whole hallway full of shit to go through.
Yeah.
And he's screwed. I'm out.
Oh,
I'm going the
I loved
production
how
way.
Aaron found that door. He's like, I
that
Oh.
was hilarious.
Oh,
got it. Aaron.
Yes.
McGee.
Oh shit! Damn.
He was saying to Dave.
did.
Shit.
He was saying to Dave, he's like, in the movie, you fuckers. In the movie, Aaron McGee, he finds the door and he's going, Dave, come here. And Dave's like, yeah, what the fuck ever. What the fuck ever. And he wouldn't leave the couch. And so then he runs out and he hits the pan in the next room.
I'm going to take a punishment shot.
You have to, because I was talking about the movie. You're the one that alluded to the spicy boners.
I got to take a punishment shot for that.
You can't acknowledge spicy boners in the room.
I fucked that up.
Damn, bitch.
All right, so got to take this stupid fucking watermelon.
You outed
shit.
yourself, dude.
Welcome to the party,
Watermelon.
bitch.
Keep it down. Keep it down. Savor it.
That's a pretty face.
Yum, yum,
God,
yum.
I don't. Blah. All right, so
Oh, did your
What
balls
is
just
that?
drop?
I just don't.
No,
like
they
watermelon.
got kicked up. That's what happened.
You got to
Feels just like how my
down.
nuts felt exactly like it did when I watched this movie. My nuts were hurting after this. I was just like, oh, I don't know how these guys do it. They are fucking
Yeah,
tough
I
guys.
don't know.
So, what is your favorite skit throughout the whole movie? We'll start with you, Ragnar.
Oh,
There were some really good ones. I think I already
there's a
told
lot. There's a lot. The bear.
them. Really?
The bear was good.
Yeah, the bear was funny. Well, you weren't there for it.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I drank too much water, so I had to take a piss break. So I kind of missed that scene in the movie.
see, I'm not gonna say
Embarrassing.
the balls because
And I ran into the fucking wall.
yeah, you did.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, so the theater has one left side and one right side, and I figured that there was a stairway on the other side. It was dark, and so I went to walk on the right side and walked right into the wall. Literally
In
walked right
front
into
of people.
in front of people. I was like, I thought there was a stairway there, so that was a little embarrassing than walking down. So sorry, Ragnar, go ahead.
He's all mine,
Shut the
ladies.
fuck up. What are you laughing for?
He's all mine, ladies. That one's mine.
Shit.
Just a little bit special.
Oh, what the fuck? You suck.
Yeah, it's either the bear one, which was hilarious because he's freaking out over the lie detector, and then he gets strapped to a fucking chair, and he's strapped to a chair, and then a fucking bear comes in. Either that one or
And he keeps hitting him with the
and he keeps getting zapped too, which was even better.
Yeah.
Or either that or the musical chairs.
Just seeing fucking
With
Wee
Man,
Man just flip
he goes-
over
Launched, dude.
backwards.
Everyone else, all the other three chairs, they go out. He's the only little shit that goes over.
He
See, I
literally
can
goes,
see the signs in that
"Oh."
because he's so small, so he's sitting on the back of the chair, and the fucking, I think there's like a balloon or something, like almost like an airbag, so it would launch him in that way. So that's the whole reason why he went backwards. But just seeing just flip upside down, like perfect.
Yeah,
It
like,
was.
You just
It was
see
like
an airborne
boom,
doing a
Wee
flip in
Man,
the air.
corner pocket.
Wee Man is funny to see launch in the air. It's fucking hilarious.
I love Wee Man. He's awesome.
How about you, Sammy?
Oh gosh. Well, I have to admit, I did like the Silence of the Lambs one. That was really funny. And then for me, it was the race with Steve-O and was it Machine Gun Kelly guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
with the hands.
hand
And the fact that like one of them like leaned on it and Steve-O got smacked.
But they were complaining more of the cold water, apparently.
Before it even started, poor Steve-O, wham, right off of his bike.
Well, that's just like the flip flop ones in the very beginning when they were whacking this Wee Man. And,
Oh, the game show?
yeah, and they were doing the game show, and he's like, "Oh, you win!" And then he got him in the nuts, and he was just like hitting the wrong buttons the whole time and just whacking him in the nuts randomly
It was great.
with the flip flops
great.
on pneumatic thing. Oh my gosh!
What about you, Snow? What was yours?
It's the bear. You stole it.
Really?
Yes. Oh my gosh! But like as soon as they started pouring the honey, I was like, "Oh, they're
Yeah.
gonna bring out a bear!" And the salmon in his lap, and then they put he brought out a big giant bag of marshmallows and put one
marshmallow.
one single marshmallow right in front of his chair.
Un marshmallow.
I'm sure that fucking bear was going for it, too.
Oh,
I mean, like I said, I missed
he
this one.
He couldn't give two shits about the marshmallow. He went straight for the salmon, and he was like pawing it, and he was growling at him, and he was fucking terrified.
Oh, yeah.
And just
Yeah.
the trauma on his face afterwards, because he didn't realize, he just didn't believe that it was over.
Yeah.
Because it kept going for him.
Well, he's freaking out because he's going for my nuts. He's going for my nuts.
No,
was
that
like,
was nothing
he's gonna
great when he
bite
thought
my
he was going to bite his
hand.
hand.
I know. He tried.
He went for his hand. The bear had his paw out and was like pulling his belt buckle out and was trying to get the salmon that was stuck behind his belt.
Oh, yeah, no.
And that was
He's like, he's going for my dick. He's going for my dick.
Then the trainer's like, shit, I got to get in there.
I know. I love that he waited for him to be like, he's going for my dick to be like, oh, I should go get that bear away from him.
Before he bites him there. And it was like there was one piece of salmon that was stuck in the strap that was holding him to the chair. And that bear was wanting it. And
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
it was.
he was really gentle, but it was so funny.
I'm surprised the bear didn't jump up and start licking his head.
With all the honey?
Yeah.
When I
That
saw
would've been
when I
even
walked in, they said
better.
that fucking the animal handler basically said, "I need to be in there. I need to be in there," because
Yeah.
I think he was getting a little, the bear
bear
was.
The bear
aggressive.
was starting
Yeah.
to like dig at the belt
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it was holding him to the chair.
Those
Yeah.
claws were
Yeah.
not
Fucking long.
short.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That was a big
And,
bear, too.
Like
that was a big one.
I'm an animal idiot, and I was like, I want to come.
I know. Oh, good boy. Big old cuddle
I
bear.
know. Come here. Yeah.
The whole thing that I loved is, I think I already said it before, but I'll put it in my another second place, is I still thought the cup test was funny because I still love the second season of Jackass when Johnny Knoxville was doing the cup test. That was one of the funniest skits in the thing. Having the kids kick him in the nuts, having that fucking sledgehammer. It's like, oh, that's bad. That's bad. I mean, just with that
God,
thing
I
about
love Knoxville.
Yeah, and then watching this and Aaron McGee taking it for all. I mean, seriously, I thought he was done, and it was like all of a sudden it was fucking baseball or softball. And
Well,
then
that one would have been over sooner if
If
he
he
had
didn't
turned
move.
The fucking
into it.
hockey
he
puck.
turned right into it.
yeah, but the fucking hockey puck hits him straight in the fucking face. That shit was
Yeah.
like crazy, man. You just see the
85
Phantom
miles an hour, I
Oh
think
my
they said.
god!
Right at your mug, dude.
Yeah.
Well, plus the hockey guy. I don't follow hockey, but the player, he was like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
I did love it right before he hits it. He's like, fuck you, Aaron. Wham!
And then, and also then the fucking pogo stick. That just looked fucking
Oh,
painful.
that
that one
was
there.
that was
That
painful.
one there
Anything
split
that they
his fucking sack.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Aaron McGee, he was. I think every Jackass film has like the main guy who has all the best stuff. Jackass number 3 was Steve-O. Jackass Forever, it was Aaron. Jackass number 2 was more of a little bit of Johnny Knoxville, I think. And Jackass number 1 was kind of like spread out. Probably Johnny Knoxville.
No,
a lot.
Knoxville was boss.
'Cause I still remember
in the
that
first
golf
one.
cart when he flipped over with Ryan
Oh
Dunn.
yeah. And he did the snorri thing in that one too.
Yeah,
he got knocked himself
He got knocked out in that one. But if I were to say second place, I would probably go with the fucking the little pranks they were doing at the fucking coffee barista thing. You know, with the little airbag.
With the air gun
airbags?
things.
Yeah, Poopy's basically with the thing getting hit in the
behind-the-scenes
nuts. Yeah. I thought the pranks that these guys put on these guys is fucking hilarious. They're
The stuff that they do backstage when the guys don't know that it's filming.
Yeah.
That's kind of my favorite. I love it.
there was a
the
bad
candid comedy like bits.
Yeah.
the bad grandpa one where the Jackass falls on the couch or whatever and launches him in the ceiling.
That was just
that was
in the
funny.
furniture store.
That was just funny.
Those poor guys, they were like, I don't know how that happened. I don't know who
They
that
had
guy
no
is. He
fun.
doesn't
Nobody
work
in there
here.
had a clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the little thing hanging from the telephone pole really didn't make me laugh all that much. I thought it was okay. I mean, there was only 2 stunts, the furniture and that one that were basically where they were pranking people on the outside world.
They usually do more of that.
Well,
Yeah.
it's become harder and harder the more mainstream Jackass has become.
And I think this was because it was being filmed during COVID because you notice everybody had masks on. You saw the other guy puking in his mask.
Lance,
Yeah.
that's Lance.
Lance,
the
Camera
Lance
photographer,
Banks, yeah, he's the camera guy for all the movies.
He's
and
always throwing up all the time.
fucking hilarious. But what are your favorite Jackass stars? Like, who is your favorite Jackass star out of all? I mean, you can even count Ryan Dunn and Bam in this mix. But if you were to go about your favorite Jackass star, who is your most?
So I would say Knoxville.
Knoxville.
Yeah.
Well, he's the king.
Yeah.
He's the number one guy. He's done most. He's a tough dude.
He is.
I mean, the shit that he's been through. He even fucking bent his dick in half and had to wear a fucking. Oh yeah, you didn't know about that?
No, yeah.
He broke his dick.
Yeah, he broke it basically because
he had a bruised
bike landed right
urethra.
on his crotch, and he had to wear a catheter for almost 2 or 3 years or something like that.
It was crazy.
Yeah, so he broke that. So Johnny Knoxville, I completely agree with you. Amazing. How about you, Sammy?
I mean, for top spot, I can only choose one.
Your favorite Jackass, number one star.
Oh, that's so hard.
I kind of know who it is, but
Surprise
Oh,
him.
really?
Choose the
because
opposite.
I've asked you this question before. You've always said Johnny Knoxville.
Yes, but like you said, Johnny Knoxville's king. I feel like for everyone, Johnny Knoxville is their number one. Because I know you love Steve-O, but you respect Knoxville. Like he's
Yes.
awesome. If I had to go a non-Knoxville, Knoxville is mine.
Yeah.
But if I had to go non-Knoxville, I have to go with Wee Man. I love Wee Man.
Okay.
He's so freaking funny, and to see him when he was in his heyday, younger and all of that. Even now, he throws down, but to see him jump over the back and start fucking people up because they would buzz him with the clippers. Yeah. It was so funny.
He's a great physical comedian.
He is.
Yeah.
Remember his little nudity thing that he did where he just started walking into the fucking conference?
Yes, he just
Jackass
gets up,
number
just
two.
walks
That was
across
Jackass
the
number two.
conference
One of the best. I
walks
still think-
across the freaking table and right out the door, and people are like, "The fuck? Where did the naked midget come from?"
Didn't they do that in Asia, like China or something? I
don't know.
Yeah, it was something like that.
No, Asia, they had the whole thing where he was having, it wasn't Asia, I think it was India or something like that, where they had a whole bunch of the other midgets
Other
running.
midgets ran with him.
Yeah,
It was like a
yeah.
ring of midgets.
It was great. But yeah, so I have to
Man.
go
All
with
right,
him.
how about you, Snow?
I gotta go with Knoxville. He's just I adore him. I love him in the Jackass films, and honestly, if I see him in film, I love him. And he's got so much personality, and he's always the one instigating the behind the scenes shenanigans.
Yeah.
Which
He has
I
an obsession.
Love, yeah, taking the taser and he's like, oh, this is happening over here, so I'm going to tase this guy over here who has nothing to do with anything.
Or pissing on Jeff Tremaine. Because
Yes.
he's just on the side, he just put his dick to the side and start pissing on Jeff Tremaine.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's the king for a reason, and I don't know, I just adore him.
I would go with Steve-O. Steve-O's my ultimate favorite. I've loved Steve-O since the beginning. I've loved him ever since I've watched his Do Not Try This at Home DVDs. I have all 3 of them. I love his fucking live shows. I mean, I fucking saw the guy live. Me and Sammy did. I fucking love Steve-O. Steve-O, to me,
Steve-O is fucking awesome.
he does a lot of great stunts. He can also be one of the grossest. Actually, David England's probably one of the grossest ones because everything that has to do with him has to do with shit, which there really, like you said, there really wasn't that much of that in this movie. Other than
Compared to the last one.
Thankfully,
I think number 3 and number 2 had the most, especially where he just,
the poo volcano was the worst thing
Volcano.
ever.
oh God, I don't even know. And I know that Ragnar had to respect that scene with fucking Preston Lacey getting boxed in the on the nuts. That little boxing scene that looked like Rocky.
With the little pneumatic arms.
But that's another thing I have to ask you.
They had the 2 Sawzalls with
Yeah.
little arms and boxing gloves on it, and they start off slow, and then all of a sudden full speed, right on his fucking
The
nuts.
best part is the little arms and hair.
Yes, and the arms had hairs and tattoos on
They
them.
had a Popeye tattoo.
But the other thing I don't you have to respect is the Rocky.
Yeah.
Remember that I think it was in Jackass 3D when they used the Phantom camera where Bam Margera was a part of that one, where he would just get behind, throw water in the face, and then you just see the slow motion.
Sucker punch.
And you see Preston Lacey's face just like the skin and everything just moving so slow.
Yeah.
They had a lot of fun on 3D. I remember seeing the theater and seeing the Pooh volcano on 3D. That was that was yeah. This one wasn't as bad. This one wasn't as bad as Gross. This one was just a lot of nuts.
No, I'm sorry.
this one
I'm
had-
sorry. The semen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Kind of raunchy.
5
Well,
gallons
okay.
Right
of
in the
pig
beginning.
cum.
Did you ever see on 3.5, basically where Johnny Knoxville, where Bam and Ryan Dunn did a prank where Johnny Knoxville has this suntan lotion that he has to use, a medicated suntan lotion, and they take horse cum and they pour it in the lotion to the point where for almost weeks and weeks, Johnny Knoxville was rubbing horse cum all over him, and he was trying to figure out why it was so stringy and stuff like that. That was a funny. Did you guys see that? Yeah, that shit was fucking hilarious.
Well, just the very beginning opening sequence when it's like everybody running, and then at the end from the Godzilla penis.
Cockzilla.
Yes, and then so what the monster does is it jizzes on everyone, and it's like a fire hose, and it's just thick and terrible,
it's so gross.
and everybody's like dead in the ground, covered in jizz.
No,
It's
and the worst part was the
fucking
slow motion of the guy going blah, and it's like, oh god,
spitting it out all
so
over the ground.
yeah, it's slow motion.
Actually, here's a good question for all you guys. I know I ask a lot, but this is another good one. What would you think is the best opening sequence out of all 4 Jackass movies?
Ooh,
Okay, because you got the cart scene in the beginning, the first one. You got the running of the bulls in the second one. The third one was the fucking Phantom camera behind the whole, where it was just like the slow motion camera and all of them just getting hit. Remember?
oh, that shit was funny though.
Yeah, well, I think
Where you see Ryan Dunn get his who is it that jumps up and kicks him
David
in the
England.
face?
David England.
Yeah, man.
And then you have this one with the whole Cockzilla thing. What do you think is the best opening sequence?
I gotta go with this one.
Yeah, no, this one was
Because
epic.
I mean, because you're seeing this weird fucking squirrel monster.
Squirrel monster.
That's what it looked
It was
like.
I saw it exactly right when I saw it. I knew what it was.
brain
Of course you
did
did.
saw those
not
hairy
see
nuts.
A penis.
Oh, shut up,
So
Ragnar.
I
You
saw
said
the
it.
nuts. I
Totally
did not
saw
see the
a penis.
penis. And then so I was like, why did it looks like a giant squirrel monster with arms and the feet, and then
You're
all
so
of a sudden,
innocent
I know.
sometimes.
You gotta also think about the makeup person that had to fucking make up on
I
Pontius's
know.
cock for that.
Well, okay, so think about the flat. I was talking to him in the car.
Yeah.
So when they were flattening the penis, I was like, how long did that take? How many people were involved? to flatten the penis and then to do the ping pong paddle, because they did the two of them together.
Yeah, that was in the
Like-
credit sequence, I think.
Yeah, where they did the. So I was like, that is a lot of time and effort to stand there and get your penis squished to paper thin.
Yeah.
With another man with all the nuts and bolts, and then to get it undone, you have to unscrew the whole fucking thing.
Not if
Or
really,
just rip your
Did
dick
you see
out.
Aaron McKee like try to pull fucking Preston Lacey's balls through that little hole for the boxing scene? You just see him grabbing it,
And then
he touches somebody on the face.
And he
It
goes
was
and
poopies.
rubs it on his face.
Yeah.
did. He was like, "Oh, here's Preston screwed him. You're welcome."
So you think
Probably
that?
not the worst thing he's had on his.
So you say the
Definitely
newest one
not.
is the best opening sequence? How about you,
Really
Sammy?
do, yeah.
Oh gosh. I have to go with number 2. I love the running of the bulls.
Yeah.
That shit cracked me up so much. Especially when he's like, "Hey, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Johnny." He gets it, and the bull takes him out. It's so good. I have to go with number 2.
How about you, Ragnar?
Number 2.
Number 2?
Same thing, yeah.
See, me, shopping cart. Shopping cart was the best one. That's the one thing I love about the Jackass, the movie, was the shopping cart, because you just see everybody in that shopping cart showing their personality. You see Steve-O just hanging there in the back, just sitting back. You see Wee Man just like happy. You see Bam and Ryan Dunn punching. Well, actually, Bam was punching Ryan Dunn like constantly in the arm and hitting him in the face. You see fucking Preston Lacey on the back, just like hanging on the back. Aaron McKee rolling. I fucking love that. And I think one of them broke their arm or broke their wrist. I think it was Brian or something like that when the shopping cart crashed and all of them threw.
Yeah, they all
flying in
got
the air.
launched.
But that sequence, because shopping carts were a major thing on CKY. I watched all the CKY videos with Bam Margera where they would just take shopping carts and throw and just jump in them, and they would just push them in parking lots and
Well,
they
they
flip
fucking
over
hurt.
fucking bushes. Yeah. So when I saw that was a CKY steal right there, and I thought that to me is the best one. The movie poster itself is hilarious, just seeing all of them on the shopping cart. But That's Jackass right there, man. Jackass is fucking great. It's iconic. It's comedy. It's just guys having a good time, being fun, and
girls now.
Yeah, we got a chick inside the crew right now. Which, like I said, I thought it was cool that they brought the female in there, but she didn't do as much.
She wasn't featured very much.
No, she wasn't. But in a way, with a lot of scenes where it's basically just like cock hits
dicks and balls.
They can't really do that much with her.
She can't whip out her vulva. Sorry.
Press that between two tiny pieces of glass.
and the boobies always go between the mammogram glass, so that's nothing new.
So let's go ahead and do our pint reviews for this Jackass Forever. So we're going to start with you, Ragnar.
We're going to go 4.5.
Oh, wow. That's a good rating.
Yeah.
So you could definitely watch this over and over again.
Well, I can do that with all of them.
Yes.
Really.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
You know, they're all each one has a different skit, a different theme. They're all the same. This one here, minus, it had a lot of fucking dick and balls and a lot of ball punishment. You know,
there was a lot.
It was like every other fucking scene, somebody's getting their fucking nuts busted.
Oh,
mainly Aaron.
Namely Aaron.
And I'm going to say this flat out. Like I said over and over again, this movie made my nuts hurt.
Yeah.
Like watching it, I was just like grabbing. I was like, oh God, I don't know how they do it. Sammy, how about you? What are your pie reviews for this one?
Oh, I would honestly, I'm gonna have to be the same with Ragnar and say 4.5. It's Jackass. It's Knoxville. It's Steve-O. It's all of the guys and some new blood. I love that Aaron McGee was so prominent because it felt very much like balanced.
Yeah.
Versus a bunch of like just new people.
Yeah.
I could watch this 365 honestly and laugh my ass off every single time.
Yeah.
Just like any of the Jackass or Wild Boys or CKYs. I mean, like we were saying, like this is something that you and I we've been with them for all 20 years.
Yeah.
And absolutely loved it. So yeah, 4.5. No question.
How about you, Snow?
I would give this a solid 4. It was hilarious. And definitely, if you have never seen a Jackass movie, just do it. It's so enjoyable. And honestly, whether you're a guy or a woman, it's very satisfying seeing somebody get whacked in the balls over and over again.
It's ouch my balls from Idiocracy.
Yeah, right?
Over and over again. That's what it was. In fact, I even read a review where it says, this is ouch my balls just finally coming into the future. There we go. That's what it is.
But yeah, it's very satisfying. But yeah, this
sadistic ass.
You enjoy it too, which is
I do not enjoy my nuts getting hit.
Watching it.
There's a difference.
Watching it is funny.
Watching it. I don't enjoy hitting anybody in the balls.
Yeah. Good.
Depends on the day. I'm not going to lie.
Well.
So I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a 4. Definitely all the Jackass movies are between a 3 and a 4 for me. I'd say Jackass number 2 is a 4.5 pints. Jackass number 2 is still my number 1, but the fact is this one was fun. The new guys that came in were great. I did miss Bam a little bit, although Bam's not my favorite, but still Bam is Jackass. He is a part of Jackass. He was a part of the original Jackass crew with CKY and what is it? Big Brother magazine when they joined in.
Even Tony Hawk. I mean,
yeah, no, Tony Hawk was in the beginning.
Majera got a really big, what was it, like late or early thousands?
Yeah.
He was like one of the major like faces of skateboarding.
Yeah, and the thing is about Bam is that he is in this movie for a split second. Probably I'd say maybe like 10, 15 seconds. You do see Bam in the marching band sequence when with the giant, what is it? The
treadmill.
Treadmill, yeah. So you do see him.
Gnarly. Talk about that. That was terrible.
Yeah.
That was gnarly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that fucking sequence where was Johnny Knox. I know Steve-O like
got
It was
broke a collarbone.
It was Knoxville, then Bam, then Steve-O.
Yeah. Steve-O had
one other
put on
person.
a stretcher and taken to the hospital because he had his head his neck put in a brace.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the broken collarbone happened.
Yeah. And Knoxville had a cut on his head. It was violent.
Yeah, no, I will say this. It does suck that he wasn't in the movie, but what he did was kind of childish, and, he got fired. That's just the way it is. But I'm glad they did do the Ryan Dunn tribute at the end. They did a little thing about him.
Very cool.
Ryan Dunn forever. That was great. That was well worth it. That definitely needed to be. I knew that was going to be in the movie, and I'm definitely glad that they put that in there. But yeah, 4. This movie was great. I think all the Jackass films are great. If you guys want great comedy and you just you're in a bad mood, watch Jackass. I'm telling you. I mean, it's immature fucking fun that is great to watch.
It will make you feel better about yourself.
It will.
Exactly.
And also watch Wild Boys. Wild Boys is hilarious.
Wild Boys and
Love Wild Boys.
The CKY
I
videos
hate
aren't
him.
that bad either. I mean,
He's disgusting. I hate him.
the fucking what was that? The tarantula?
It was a tarantula
Yeah.
that Pontius is putting on Steve-O.
Yeah,
And
Snow can't
Steve-O
Snow
straight up
can't
is
handle
like,
that.
I hate him. I don't like him.
Fuck all that.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye. But thanks for joining us for this show. Thank you so much for. We haven't done a tasting room episode in a while. We're gonna try and get these back on order. Back to doing these because I do miss the tasting room, the organic discussion. But it's been great, guys.
Absolutely.
Later.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Hey guys, this is Ron. Thank you for listening to our podcast, The Tasting Room. We are excited to kick off the new year with upcoming episodes of VAF, The Small Batch, Sammy Selects, and The Tasting Room. If you like our show, please leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Guys, this helps out enormously. Give us a follow on Instagram at Barrel Age Flicks Podcast. If you would like to send us a special film request, please contact us via Instagram and we will give you a personal shout out on the show. Our podcast is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Audible, Pocket Cast, Spotify, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. Special thanks to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio on YouTube for his awesome music. This guy fucking rocks. Check him out. Hope you join us for our next episode. Later, guys.